Good evening and welcome. My name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir, and after slight technical difficulties, we have had our one glitch for the mission, and we are live for Ravenloft 1921. What happens when someone who's run Curse of Strahd so many times watches The Mummy and goes, you know? Yeah, this could be a thing. But enough about me, because you came to see these amazing people, see how well they fare in the Barovian Valley, and we'll go around the table with some introductions. In particular, who they are, who they're going to be playing in this game, and what that character's last thing that they saw to before boarding the plane in Amsterdam. The last time they ever set foot in, well, let's just say the last time before things got interesting. We're going to start with in the upper left corner there with OuterDork. Table is yours, sir.
I am OuterDork, or Andy, or Andrew, or just don't call me late for dinner. I am playing Luis Harburg, the up-and-coming stage magician out of New York, who is actually a secret warlock. The last thing they took care of before leaving Amsterdam, in his case, was to ensure he had his burnt and tattered copy of the play that started it all for him, The Emperor in Ochre, secured upon his person, along with his mysterious yellowish orb that he seems to carry around with him, and no one is entirely sure why.
Baggage check. Got it.
Yes, baggage check.
June, you're up.
Hi, my name is June. I am playing Agnes Devereaux, the explorer rogue in the party. The last thing that she did in Amsterdam was probably also a sort of inventory check, making sure she had everything and nothing was out of place. She has her luggage very strictly organized, so if anything's out of place, it's all over.
Duly noted. He said, slightly sliding a pencil to the left on the desk.
I'm going to slide it back.
Tilt it slightly.
Kaitapon?
Hi, I am Kaitapon. I am playing Darling Odessa. She is the bodyguard barbarian of the group. And the last thing, or from the Philippines, and the last thing she did in, where was it? I just blanked out. Amsterdam was double, quadruple, and wait, that's not the way that number goes.
Works.
Double, triple, and quadruple check both hers and Agnes's inventory, because she knows how Agnes gets when she's missing stuff or stuff's out of place, and and then she had to even quadruple check her bullets, because we're not leaving the gift behind. So just in case.
Fair enough. And last but absolutely not least, Arwen.
I'm Arwen Atreides. I am playing Amelie St. Clair, schoolyard scrapper monk extraordinaire. And I think the last thing that Amelie did was send home whoever her parents sent to make sure she got on the trip, and was like, it's a 2-hour tour. What could possibly go wrong? I think I can handle this. You go home. And yeah, the rest is history. I really doubt they sent her on this by herself, but she wouldn't have wanted anyone babysitting her. So she probably said, you know what? I'm good. I got this. What could possibly go wrong? Take a couple days off.
It's an expedition along the Nile. We're going to go dig in the desert for a couple of weeks.
They're professionals. Look at all these people.
Yeah.
How much trouble am I possibly going to get into?
What's a hippo anyway?
Hey man, do not be knocking on hippos. Those things are responsible for a significant number of human deaths every year. More than lions.
Mm-hmm. Hippos, oh yeah, hippos are nasty.
Hippos.
Yep. Hippos are nasty.
Yep. Hippos, yeah. Very unpleasant things. And then I'm Rob, aka Lantern Noir. I am going to be guiding them through the adventures and being everybody else that they encounter. Quick bit of housekeeping. If you are with us live on Twitch and you want to participate, there's a code and you can get a pack of cards from Streamloots for free to get started, which will let you influence the outcome of the game. And then also cheers go into the Book of Fate. The players have opportunities to use those cheers to re-roll. Every 100 bits of fate go into one chance to go, can we re-roll that, please? Which sometimes is really helpful. Sometimes not so much. Kind of depends on how it goes. And that covers that. Shall we don't have a previously on. This is our first session. So is there any housekeeping we need to talk about before we dive into the game at proper?
Did you want me to keep an eye on Zoom chat again?
Yes, please.
Got it.
Cool. And I have it over there. I've learned I just turn off Discord. I don't have that in front of me. So I've got the Zoom chat over there, and I've got everything else, and I can see it, and everything's coming through. I think I'm set. So to that end, the plane's going to take off from Amsterdam without any incident. It is followed by a second aircraft that represents the entirety of your expedition. So you have among you archaeologists, accountants, historians, Egyptologists, as well as others that have taken a line with Darlene's profession. So there is some hired muscle. A couple of the Egyptologists in particular made a big point of having their guards along. And of course, a pilot and co-pilot for each of the two aircraft. As you make your way along the European continent, you will encounter that turbulence. And the two planes will soon find themselves in a pretty horrific storm. One of the planes, as you can see just off your wing, is struck by lightning and then fades as it careens away from you down into the clouds. Eventually, your own plane will begin to be buffeted and shaken. And just out of curiosity, what is everyone doing in that moment? I'm just kind of curious how each of your characters is handling the fact that you are among the first passenger air travelers, and it's not going well.
Darling is like, has the armrest and she's like clinging to it and just closing her eyes and going, my Lola told me this was a bad idea. My Lola told me this was a bad idea.
Amelie is very, very, collected from many, many years of practice with a poker face, a proper poker face. But inside, she's freaking out. But there's also part of her that's like, it's better than one of mom and dad's dinner parties. Like, this is not fun. I may die, but at least I don't have to. At least I don't have to go to the opera anymore.
Agnes is Agnes is looking out the window at the plane that just went down, and is like, I hope this doesn't put down our. I hope this doesn't delay our schedule too much.
That's what you're worried about. Oh my god.
If we survive this, we're going to be very behind schedule.
Sus Mariosep. I'm doing the typical Filipino thing just the whole time.
How's Luis handling this?
Luis is fine. This is all fine. Everything is fine. He is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Okay.
He hasn't cracked, but he is thin veneer of calm over fineness.
Very thin.
That works. The plane will have a few more good heavy shakes. And you're not entirely sure what the pilots are saying because as a upside, you understand the expedition was able to book the flights that covered everybody. On the downside, neither of them speak English. But they're definitely sharing many thoughts in German.
Oh dear.
I speak German.
Okay, I'll just throw it to you over here in the old Zoom chat.
Great.
This is kind of like a rough. That's kind of like the short form.
Linguists.
Yeah.
So there we go.
These are the pilots.
Yep. Probably the one least likely to say anything is the one that is the only one who understands it.
I'm gonna say to them, if you keep your wits about you, we might not die. In German.
They'll both glance over their shoulder with a bit of surprise and then go back to the various alarms that are going off in the cockpit.
I'm gonna sit back down.
They do maneuver the plane down, and you watch as you can feel the tops of the trees as it's getting lower and lower, and as again they're doing something to keep it aloft, but for finally it just nose downs and everything goes black. When you awaken, you find yourself still strapped into your seats. The plane has skidded to a stop somewhere at the edge of a relatively thick forest at the base of a mountain.
Is anything on fire?
There definitely is the smell of smoke.
Yep, time to go. He will immediately attempt to get up, realize he's still wearing a seatbelt, wince slightly, undo the seatbelt, grab his valise from wherever it is stored. I don't know how things are stored in the 20s, but he's not leaving without it.
Oh yeah, we can recover the valise.
And then realize he didn't pay attention to any sort of where to escape information.
Here's the good news. He didn't miss it. This is 1920.
Yeah, there just wasn't one.
The safety talk is stay seated and keep your seat belts on.
Yeah. So lacking that all-important piece of modernity, he will begin calmly-ish looking for an exit.
Darling is not calm. She's she pulls out the dagger. She pretty much just cuts hers and Agnes's belts and just tries to pick her up, get her to start moving to find the exit. So I guess I'll help.
The seatbelts have a release. You did not need
fine.
to cut it.
Just get out. Let's go.
I can walk on my own 2 feet.
I will look for something. Are there any door? Or am I sitting near a door?
Sure.
Like an obvious door. Okay. I'm gonna try and open the door, and if it doesn't open, I will start hitting it with my parasol.
The door.
Or try to wedge it in and see if I can. I'm gonna try and open the door with my parasol.
Yeah, the door is more of the suggestion of a barrier than an actual barrier at this point in avionics. So yeah, it's kind of got a good hearty shovel and push that out of the way. I make room for you to kind of clamber out. Are you grabbing anything on your way out? Besides your parasol.
Whatever I came in with, I don't know. Maybe I probably a small satchel with an extra change of clothes or something, just something small, whatever my immediate belongings I can get my hands on are. Okay. The equivalent of my carry-on bag.
Okay. Yeah, the luggage is all stowed in the back behind a bunch of various nets and whatnot. And some of it was strapped above you. As you're being pulled out, is Agnes going to be grabbing anything?
Oh yes, Agnes will be going back to grab her luggage.
It's I kind of look up suddenly, is she going back to grab her luggage?
Oh, 100%. It's not immediately on. There's no fire in my immediate vicinity. It's fine. But I need my notes. Those are very important.
Darling's just following her because pretty much everything that she brought is on her person. She didn't.
Can I make a perception check to see if there is there anything that might be useful here? Because Chelsea doesn't know or Arwen doesn't know what's on there around, but like, could I make a perception check to see, is there anything that could be like survival gear, handy in emergency, that I could grab like on my way out? I'm not going to stop and search the plane if it smells like there's going to be fire, but if there's something I could like grab on my way out that looks like it would be useful.
Peanuts. Yes, there are definitely peanuts. That would be very...
I'll shove a couple of packets of those into my carry-on.
Peanuts, those will not be offered. In-flight commissary service is about 30 years down the road, Chief. I'm just going to put that thought there.
I'm imagining there's like a random chicken in a cage on this plane too.
Probably.
Oh my god. Chicken in a cage.
Listen.
Agnes is definitely able to grab a valise as well with her most immediate notes, and have those handy. And it's as she's like starting to like try to find more stuff. Darling will definitely pick up a very distinct smell of gasoline.
Oh.
Okay.
And
okay,
smoke.
time to go. Time to go.
Very well.
I'm gonna shoot her out the door.
I'm
go, let's
moving.
go, let's
I
go.
am moving.
You hustle your way down the incline away from it with one other person that has survived the crash. And just as you're getting like down to a spot where you're ready to stop, you hear the explosion behind you. And as bits of shrapnel fly up past you and into the fields.
Gonna like hulk up and try and cover her. I'm using myself as a meat shield.
Yeah.
Well, that certainly has an air of finality to it.
You're so behind schedule.
Oh my god.
I think we're going to be making our own schedule from here on out.
I'll be agreeing with you on that. And you look, the other survivor is a woman with thick red curls that are all pulled back tight. And she's wearing a jumpsuit, like an engineer's coveralls, that has her name embroidered on it. It reads Caitlin.
Oh boy.
That went more than I
Caitlin,
thought it could be. Are you all right?
I think everything seems to be where it's supposed to be. I'm like dusting
Except
myself
for
off.
us and the plane.
Yeah.
All things considered, we appear to be in one piece, which is not nothing, just nothing.
I heard
I think
said
shake a
that any
stick at.
landing you can walk away from is a good one. I'm
Whoever
not
said
so
that
sure
was
I
a
agree with
wise
it at the
man.
moment.
I say, is there a ratio involved? Number of people who did and didn't walk away? Because I count 5, and that was a pretty full plane.
Hey.
Well, some of those colleagues wanted to made it from Egypt anyway.
Fair enough.
As she says that, you can hear the thunder in the distance. You can't make out the stars above because of the thick cloud cover, and you're not even sure what time of how night it is. Is it late evening or middle? Just because of how generically dark it is, and there is no moon.
Here's
Stuff of nightmares.
There's another flash, and you can see across the field, backing up to a collection up to the tree line, is a ruined castle and about a 75-year-old manor that has been built onto the ruins. And
Look,
the DM
sorry.
as the DM describes this, he will say, "Welcome, a wolf's den, and welcome to Ravenloft 1921. You actually landed perfectly where I could pause my quick description there to go, hey, come on in, pull up a chair, as these 4 amazing adventurers are going to start in on Ravenloft. Thank you for coming. Okay, so you were saying.
Oh, I was just Darling's points over to where that whole visage is, and just look, stuff of nightmares. Just this is going great.
You're afraid of castles?
You don't know what's in that castle. There could be a muumuu.
A cow?
No. Never mind. Let's just. Oh, God.
She has a point, but I don't think we have that many options right now.
I mean,
It's just a
crashing this
castle.
close to something that looks vaguely like civilization is fairly fortuitous.
And besides, it's just a castle. We have plenty of those in England.
Caitlin looks at us. I don't be thinking it's much of a castle no more. Looks a lot more like it's a build on.
Well, it's got a roof, so for the moment, I think that'll do.
Probably going to be more comfortable than right here in about 10 minutes.
Agreed.
As Agnes agrees, there's another. You can see like everything becomes fully illuminated as a bolt of lightning strikes one of the trees at the edge, and you can hear that cackle as the energy runs through it, and the bark just expands.
Well, I think that's made the situation pretty clear, and I'm just gonna start walking towards the buildings.
That was fascinating.
That was lightning.
Mm-hmm.
I
I've
will
never seen
take
one
out
strike
my
that close.
parasol
It's
and-
very good fortune.
You may not want to hold the lightning rod.
I'm not holding it. I'm just kind of like covering myself with it.
May not want to hold it.
Well, there's trees, right? It's not going to hit me if there's trees around.
I was told there was a field.
I'll take famous
Oh,
last words for
crossfield.
300, Alex.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
I
take it
noticed your
back.
parasol have metal in it.
I
I
don't
never
know.
stopped to think about it. I'll put it back in my bag just in case.
Tuck it down.
Plastic is a thing.
You make it to
It
the
might be wood.
probably. Let's see. Oh, hey, there's actual box text. That's a crazy thing. Gradually, the haze and brush give way, revealing a bald hilltop. There stands a grim black tower, the last defiant turret of a long crumbled fortress. Attached to this tower is a 3-story manor house, weather-beaten and veined with ivy. A porch girds the house, its sagging roof sheltering a stout front door that stands open and emits a low flickering light.
I will go towards the door and like knock on the door frame.
As you approach and get up to onto the porch itself, the light goes out.
More
Poor electricity.
than muumuu.
So to be clear, there was an open door with light streaming out of said door.
Low light, but yeah, something.
Light to be seen through the door.
Light to be seen. We'll go with
And
that.
then upon reaching said porch, no more light.
Exactly.
That's not at all spooky.
Are there any windows?
Yes, quite a few.
Can I make my way over and like look inside of a window?
Sure. Let's see. There are actually wow. I'm looking at the map. There are no windows that look open out onto the porch apparently. There's a door further
Oh,
down
I
on the
forgot
porch.
we have a map.
You have a map.
I
Yeah.
forgot about
You
the
have a
map.
map. While you're checking the map, Odysseus.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
yes, this is yes, the game is takes place in 1921. It is our 1921, so that's why we have an all-human party. And yes, we will be eventually getting into Curse of Strahd proper. We're not there yet. They're still
There we
level
go.
1. I'm hoping they survive because I don't want to pay for more character art.
My brother said the same thing. He was like, "Good
Yeah.
luck." It's like, I mean, I don't. My brother has played through Curse of Strahd, and he was like, "Nah, "Good luck."
I appreciate your frugalness.
This is why I don't commission character art until the party has survived at least a couple of levels.
Oh God, you guys are not putting a lot of faith right now. It's kind of bad.
Hey, I
It'll be
have plenty of
fine.
faith. My brother was the one who was like, "Yeah."
as you look at it, yeah, oddly enough, the first floor has the windows that you can see are just coated in grime and filth, and even like touching your glove to it to kind of like scrape a little away. First, the glove immediately goes black when it touches it, and you
Like
can
the
see
whole
the
glove?
well, no,
Or,
it's no,
oh,
just
okay.
like you tap it, and it's like big black spot instantly.
Okay.
But the grime is on both sides of the windows.
Hmm.
Is there? Sorry, go ahead.
So you can peer through the front door.
Okay, I will peer through the front door.
And let me grab my little doink, 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 doink. There we go. And bink. Oh, god darn it. Sometimes the fog factor is not what I like. There is a door on that northern wall. And so when you look in the center of this foyer, there's a doors that lead off onto the two doors that go off to the west, a door that's in the north wall, a door that's in the east wall, stairs that go up, this massive curving staircase. And in the center stands a large statue, specifically a bronze sculpture of an antlered eagle perching atop a marble pedestal.
A antlered eagle.
Yes.
That is fascinating.
Eagle with antlers.
That would be what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin kind of also peers around. I don't think I've seen nothing like this before. Though, calling it fair, the woodwork's quite nice.
Could use a cleaning service.
No argument here.
Is there any sign of like is the floor dusty? Are there signs of people coming and going at all?
The floor is just layered in dust.
Okay.
It doesn't look like anyone has come through here in some time.
Okay.
Can I just
Well.
inspect this statue, like the craftsmanship of it?
Sure. Roll me a history check.
Yeah, thank you.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, because I kind of also wanted to see if I could suss out kind of where we are based on like what the creature might be.
Filthy Loft 1921.
Ha, nat one.
So, you
I have no idea what this creature is.
You've heard about this before. It's a Greek myth
Mm.
of a very rare hybrid that was actually the immediate pet of Athena.
Oh.
This was Athena's personal side companion. It's like clear as day in your brain. I love nat ones on knowledge-based checks.
If I'm not mistaken, this is a Greek origin. Not my forte, but
Can I make a history check to see if that sounds familiar to me?
Are you proficient in history?
Yes, I am.
Me just sitting here, I don't know jack squat.
I have expertise in history. But not this history.
Clearly not.
No. As soon as you said that, real me got so mad.
Well, you're pretty sure Agnes is wrong, but you don't have a better answer.
That's fair.
Dun dun dun.
Which,
With a 2.
yeah, that feels about right. I mean, you know it's not the right answer. You just don't know what the right answer is. So you can either argue or you can just shrug and go on.
Okay. Shrug and go on it is. I do it like a... okay.
So that's fascinating. This craftsmanship is absolutely stunning.
Caitlin's going to actually fish out of one of her pockets a Zippo lighter. Pop it open to help get a little more light in the space. And she will notice that there are still some candelabras affixed to the walls with not much of a candle left in them, but some. And she'll start lighting a few of them to get some light into the room with you. As she does, you can hear the sound of the rain starting outside. And if you're still on the porch, you'll actually pick up some of the spray as it starts coming down.
Yep, that is my cue to follow the much braver ladies into the front hallway there.
This is not creepy at all. Not at all.
I do want to know where that light source came from. That's certainly curious. In this seemingly abandoned house.
Perhaps we do have a host and they're just nervous. We are 4 strangers after all.
Nervous
5
and don't
strangers,
leave,
sorry.
and don't leave footprints.
Agnes is going to look at the floor
Hmm.
and look back.
I'll keep reusing Lindy's token, so I have a token for Caitlin. I didn't get
Okay.
time to... Oh, well, no, that one's not a great one to use. Look at my various tokens here. Yeah, we'll use that one for now. She's going to duck if anything gets really crazy. It's up to you guys not to... she's not going to be a combatant, most likely.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
as mentioned, you have the wonderful thing with my fog. There's a door up at the top, another door right there, and then the door that leads off over there.
I'll attempt the door next to me.
It's
Wait,
not
can I check
locked.
it for? Can I check it for traps?
You absolutely can check it for traps. Roll me perception.
Virtual tape. Oh, I forgot to turn off the I forgot to turn off D&D Plus, or what is it? That add-on, the one that goes to Roll20.
No, you rolled. I see it.
Oh, it
Yeah.
did? Okay,
I
cool.
saw it.
It came
What
through.
about-
Yeah.
We all saw your natural one.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Saw it.
We're starting this campaign off right.
Get them out of the way
Yeah.
early.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly
Yeah.
it.
We're all just a little nervous, okay? We're all a little bit shaken up. Nobody's really functioning at full capacity yet.
Yeah, we all got a couple of concussions from the flight, from the crash, you know?
That was it.
They
As-
shook me
as
like
a-
And I think an antlered eagle is
shook
the
me like
companion of Athena.
As
shook
a-
me
oh.
like a boba tea.
Wait. We haven't had a chance to say what happened. Polymorph has used channel points to say, hey, re-roll that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Also, as a point of order, I firmly believe in the only optional rules I follow in the DM's guide. I follow many optional, but crit fails on skill checks is one of my favorites. Crit
All right.
fails and crit successes.
Ooh.
So a natural 20 on a skill check means you get extra whatever you were going for.
Okay, so perception, right?
Yep. So let's see what happens on that. Reroll. And then also there are stream loot cards that could pop up at any time too. There it goes.
I got a 3.
A tree.
A tree.
As far as you know, there are no traps on the door.
Oh, I'm scared. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Just open the door.
Just open the door.
We've had 2 1s, a 2, and a 3 so far.
this is going great, guys.
It can only go up from here.
Can only go- well.
Oh, well, we could. Don't say that.
I'm trying to be positive here.
Could it? Will it? That's hard. Okay. Here we go. As you look into the room, there are a couple of things that catch your eyes first. One, he's dark.
He's dark. Can't see. I'm blind.
Caitlin will step up next to you and kind of offer her lighter over. If you want it to look around.
Yeah.
It's a sitting room. Collections of chairs, a massive fireplace along the one wall, some cabinets, some bookshelves lined with tomes that sit behind layers of cobwebs. Like at first thought, you're like, oh, it's got like this neat lace doilies in front of all the books. That's really gross.
I was gonna say it looks like it's been untouched, unlived in.
For quite some time.
Is there like a desk or anything that might have like personal documents?
You start to kind of clear the cobwebs away.
With my parasol, I'm just kind of like trying not to touch anything.
That's fair. For the most part, no. You don't see any personal papers yet.
Okay.
Can I look at some of the titles on these tomes? Like, she's gonna take her hand and actually brush away these spiders. Spider webs.
Most of the tomes don't actually have titles on the spines. They're like collections. You start to pull them out and flip through. There's some books on taxidermy, books on finance. There's several treaties, like probably a 5-volume set on forms of governance. All very
I imagine she's reading
dated.
just like a low monotone, like running monologue on what she's finding, and
Yeah.
Amelie's like boring.
The fireplace does extend through. You can see through it. It connects 2 rooms, but where then it kind of disappears up into nowhere. But you can kind of make out what looks like a dining room on the other side of it. It's kind of you have to kind of crouch down and look through it. The lights, it's hard to catch the light. What's everyone doing for light for themselves at this point, or are we just playing past the lighter? Because Caitlin is going to want it back.
Let me look if I have anything.
I discovered I have no light sources. Mistakes were made.
I have a tinderbox and a torch, so I guess I'll light a torch. I didn't even realize.
He could help us out with that. That'd be great.
Yeah. I have 10 of them, so I guess I'll just hand them out all willy-nilly. Because
Are there candles in here? Are there things we could light, like a lamp or something?
Yeah, you can grab a candelabra.
I'll grab a candelabra.
The candles are only about, there's maybe like 2 hours of wax left in them. But you can definitely do that.
I'll grab a candelabra. Yeah.
We've discovered the real reason Lantern wanted an all-human campaign. No dark vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Arwen's
the
used to
bane
that.
of any of this.
This is not new for me.
Yep.
My last campaign had 1 human, and their unfortunate handicap was off discussed.
Same, but I was a halfling.
Yeah, the one thing that sucks about halflings.
You know what? It didn't end up being that bad because Chickadee was pretty much always there to pick me up and carry
I want
me.
to check something on this. Aha! Okay, that makes way more sense. Hang on, guys. I gotta do something really fast here for all of you.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
It'll be
Okay.
fine.
Well,
Oh.
actually, you know what? Okay, so for our purposes tonight, and I will address this before next session. Take all distances that the Owlbear Rodeo generates and divide them by 2.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Because I'm like, this looks way more crowded than it should be.
Oh, so there's a
Yeah.
scale issue.
I was like, I was looking at it. I was like, this doesn't feel right. And it's like, oh, that's why it doesn't feel right. It's because the scale it's 1 square is 10 feet, not 5 feet.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Okay.
We're in a closet.
Yeah. So that's been fixed. So yeah, this should say that it's, yep. So that's actually like 15 feet across. Yep. Okay, cool. That tracks now.
Okay.
I don't know how relevant that's going to be, but there you go. And then we'll just make Darlene a little more beefy. There we go. Okay. What would you like to do?
What's that in front of my token? Is that a door?
Yes. And there's also, remember, there's a door right here.
Right there. Okay. I'll look at the door going off to the side there.
And push it open.
I'll knock first because old habits, and then I'll wait like 3 seconds and then push it open.
Yep. There's no answer.
You don't know what you might walk in on.
After a few moments, you finally push the door open, and you find yourself looking down a hallway.
Okay. I'm not gonna go down any hallways yet. And then can I try the door at the top?
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna see the hallway and then try the other door.
Absolutely. The first thing that catches the light is that massive fireplace and mantle up against the far wall. Dozens of faded portraits cover this parlor's walls. The subject's eyes fixed on a circular table that bears an ornate spirit board. A wide mirror hangs over a tall fireplace set in the north wall.
A spirit board.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a Ouija board?
Yes.
Okay.
I am gonna kind of take note and then pull back into the foyer.
Are either of the fireplaces set? Like, do they have stacked logs or are they empty?
This one is set. Like all the wood stacked into it. You can see the kindling underneath it.
This one.
The one in the sitting room with the circular table.
But is it dusty?
Okay.
No.
This one over here.
The one over by Darling?
Yeah, say, is that one set as well or no?
No.
Okay. I will head towards the main room and sort of hunker down the fireplace as if I'm going to try to start it. And then press the digit. There.
And just kind of boom, fire. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna come join him over by the fire.
Okay, Caitlin
Yeah.
will also come that way.
And I will go join them. But upon seeing the spirit board, she's gonna point and be like, "Oh!" and then just like do the cross, like that's how you summon the Moo. Don't nobody touch it. Nobody. If I see one of you even looking at it, you're getting punched. Nobody. Don't
I don't
touch it.
understand this house.
Sorry, what?
Not doing any harm, just sitting there.
That's why I'm saying it's just sitting there. Just leave it. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it.
That
sort of thing isn't real.
That said giant octopus has left the party.
Uh-oh.
What?
Is that?
Oh,
Did
we
we
got
lose?
messed up.
Did we lose?
We did.
We
Oh
don't.
no.
Oh no.
I thought you were taking out like extraneous things, and then I was like, oh wait, no, never mind. That's not
Octopus.
good.
That would be
Goodbye,
a quick, unfortunate disconnect again. So,
Oh dear.
so well, he's occupied with the whole, getting the fire going.
The real ghost was the player we brought with us all the time.
Mhm.
I
There's no such thing as ghosts. It's
You-
bullshit made up for the masses in order to keep them scared and manipulate them with their grief.
Tell you what, they work very well
Figure of
back
speech,
home.
darling.
and as Agnes says that, Caitlin will actually make the sign of the cross herself as well. I don't believe in the fairies. Don't make them any less real.
She understands.
Caitlin actually takes a look at the board and kind of like pushes some of the dust off of it. And you can see from the light from the fireplace, it kind of glints. And the lettering is all gold painted onto it.
Did I just say don't touch it? Don't touch it.
It's not going to do anything. You know this whole thing is fake.
This is how horror movies
Ah.
aren't a thing yet.
Book? Horror book?
Penny Dreadfuls.
There you go.
Yeah, that one. That's how those start.
Mm-hmm.
Penny Dreadfuls.
Indeed. Well, tell you what. Let's give Andy a little more time to get back. Let's use this as an excuse to take a quick little 5-minute breather, fresh our water. Once again, Frankenstein, 1914. Oh no, I think it was published way before that. When was Frankenstein? Or are you thinking of the movie? Yeah, the novel was published in 1818. So horror has been a genre for quite some time. And I think that comes well after Poe, though. Yeah, Poe is pretty far back. Edgar Poe was writing in the no, also at this. He was a contemporary.
Mhm.
Yep, 1908 he was born, so he started publishing around 1830ish. Would be when his stuff started to come out. So yeah, when horror really started to take off. But we're gonna let y'all that are hanging out in our chat enjoy a couple of clips from the channel. We're going to let OuterDork get reconnected, and then we're gonna see what happens as they explore this this old house a little bit more. See you shortly.
Punch the. No, I know that's a bad idea.
There is so much nope surrounding this trap. I am not here for an amulet. I am here for a traumatized rogue. Let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's 2.
Well, I wasn't really concerned about the amulet. I just thought that
Oh no, that whole love interest thing. That's right. Oh, I forgot. I almost killed him.
I'm heading that way. I'll tackle
Oh,
her
she
ass
already has
again.
the potion. She already has the potion.
No, she just handed you the book, and as soon as your hands touched it, she let go and run.
She's not going to take the potion?
She's got bigger fish to fry, like getting her ass out of there. You shot her.
I'm trying to unshoot her to the best of my abilities.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Maybe re-roll. Yeah, re-roll it. Re-roll it. The birds are
Yeah.
important.
Everyone's
We
in
screwed
on the
these-
reroll.
I screwed these birds up earlier. We need
Come
a
on.
high roll.
We got this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Oh no. Oh my.
So,
Every time! I'm the bard who
amazing.
does not want to be a. I'm really bad at being a bard.
That is amazing.
Worst bard ever.
Yikes.
Yes.
The good news is, after this adventure, you can start taking levels of anything else.
Anything else? What the hell? Okay.
but there's a way to check if you really want to know. I'm intrigued. Cut your hand. Bleed in front of her.
Got it.
I mean, but if she's
Yeah, I didn't think I'd do it. I so did it. Smell it?
but like she could not necessarily
So
be a
pauses right there.
vampire.
Well, you're
She'd be,
saying
like,
that she is a vampire, so
or she's like possessed by one, or like
Cutting her hand open.
or like the
in the middle
leader.
of Strahd's domain.
Wait, her
Sounds
hand
like
or my
not
hand? I
hers,
just cut
not
my hand
hers,
open.
not hers.
Sounds like a
James.
fantastic idea. Oh.
I didn't have to cut my hand open. We need to cut her hand open.
Oh.
No.
Come here, girl. Come on.
no, you
I'm
mean to
already
say-
bleeding.
James just like waving his bloody hand in
Like, come
Irina's
on.
face.
As you seem to be doing really well with it.
Ooh, nat 20 to
Oh my
25.
god.
Jeez.
Nice. Scattered it.
Wow. Well, you can roll your damage. I don't.
25. Because I got 3 sixes.
Holy cow.
Oh my goodness.
She just hulked out. Rage hard.
Yeah, I think you should rage all the time. I think you
I
should
like this
never
rage,
not
yeah.
never
This
not be
is
raging.
it. Well, I
There's
only
where
get
all our
2.
good rolls were hiding.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's why they were so bad earlier. We were saving up. But... Stop hitting my friends.
Oop, wrong
You're
way.
damage books with that kind of attitude.
Well played. Wow.
I'm a genie in the bottle, baby.
special and like not forced or anything. It's brilliant. I think the quote I have in particular is actually came from chat, which was the spell slide into DMs, which then became a spell. That's just it's very endearing. So I love it.
I'm going to follow it up by saying that the reaction to receiving a message spell was an absolute just as far as role play goes.
Like, why am I?
I legit have been screaming this entire time. So you know what? What is the health of
You're
everybody
also
right
full
now?
health. You want to like come
All right,
back and join
everyone's
the battle?
full health.
Like, no, we're not. The rest of
All
us
right.
are like highly injured. You're on the
Yeah, we're
outside
all
full
hurting
health. You wanna,
pretty
like,
bad.
The
help out a little
Jamboard
bit?
says that everybody's. Oh,
Oh, refresh.
Refresh
never mind.
that. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Ember's alive because I just healed for 12. Show is at 12 out of 41.
You
You're
were
like
literally
farting
seeing
around on
full
the
health
outside of
this
the circle.
entire
Like,
time,
come
weren't you,
join
Anson?
me. I'm full health. Y'all,
Shadows didn't have a spot on the jam on the thing, and I was just like, oh, I don't know.
I think we broke the.
Go ahead and roll me a performance check. Maybe the dice are going to favor you at the moment.
Woo.
Okay, we've got the internet cell back down. We've had a chance to refresh as needed. You got to see the O heard around the world.
It's one of my favorite clips.
Moments like that are what we live for in these games. And you've all gathered in well, officially, the module lists it as the parlor. The portraits that cover the walls are incredibly dated. One of them shows a family with a husband, wife, and a son and daughter. There's another portrait that shows several men and women in black robes with red sashes.
These people don't look, they look familiar, like something I would have, like, I don't know, a disaster or something that I might have read about.
You're welcome to make a history check, but I will tell you this is not going to be easy.
Okay. What the heck?
Yeah, no. Think back. No. No,
like,
some
oh,
Victorian
nice art.
couple, something from the late 19th century. Possibly further back.
Fair. Anything else of interest in the room?
There's a collection of books that are stacked neatly on the table. You can start, if you pick them up and start to look through them, you'll see that there are a collection of theories about the occult. There's a whole book on conducting seances and the etiquette with the spirit. There's a book on the etiquette of the spirit realm.
Oh, lovely. More kindling.
I mean, there was plenty of it in the other room.
Those are historical documents, okay? Those are ledgers. Those are very important. This is just drivel.
To which Caitlin will again make the sign of the cross.
I'm just gonna flip through the etiquette one just because, like, that's like something I'm familiar with. What, like, ghost etiquette? That's different.
Very similar. Much of things like, the seating at the table, where you have to, make sure that you're arranged according to aura, so as not to create too many overlappings of negative energy. How to address a spirit by its preferred name as opposed to its given name, but acknowledge its given name to identify it from other spirits.
Interesting.
A section about marital relations and whether and theories as to whether or not they perpetuate into the afterlife, and again, how to communicate.
The lore is quite clear on that. It's till death do us part.
After that, all bets are off.
There are theories to the contrary listed.
Well, yes, but most of them have been debunked.
I'm gonna look at Luis. Are you speaking from experience?
I am acquainted with some who have, how do I say this in mixed company? Experimented with such theories and have concluded that the marital bond does in fact break upon death.
Well, that sounds like a story for another evening.
Sounds like someone bullshitted you.
Oh.
Every time Agnes mentions like not believing in magic or not believing in the spirit world, Luis just smirks ever so slightly. He doesn't disagree with her. He's not going to argue with her. He just gets a little smirk.
You smirk. Just a little smirk.
Little smirk.
Smirk. Smirk.
The fire's starting to cackle and burn and cast light into the room. You can see past it into a room beyond, because again, it's a massive fireplace that's designed to light two separate spaces. And the room beyond just looks like massive and open.
Can I come around to the side, like where Darling is standing, and is that a door over there on that side?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go check out that door. Yeah, right there.
Okey-doke. Bump, 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 bump. It's just a hallway. A grand hall that connects various rooms, but hold on. Lined with broken picture frames.
Broken picture frames. That's different.
A rug with dizzying geometric pattern covers the floor.
Ooh. I want to take a closer look at the picture frames. Does it, like, can I tell maybe how they were broken? Like, do they look smashed with a hammer or thrown on the ground?
It's almost like there was some kind of windstorm that swept through here and smashed them back against the walls. And as you kind of like start to pull one away to inspect it, you can see where the drywall is cracked, where the frame has been pressed against it.
I have some concerns about the structural integrity of the house.
Darling's
concerned
gonna
if you
peek in,
didn't.
look around, and then just be like, nope. And she goes back into the room like, nope, this place is not okay. I'd almost rather be in the rain.
Mm-hmm. And get struck by lightning.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm concerned for your mental well-being. If you would prefer to be struck by lightning, then stay in a house.
Go look. She just gestures at the hallway that she just peeked into. Just nope.
Fascinating.
Nope to the highest degree.
Is Darlene heading towards the exit?
Oh, I'm just like right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I just peeked in and then just dipped back
Okay,
out.
so you haven't tried to leave yet?
Went back out.
No.
Okay.
Tried.
I don't like the way you worded that.
Are you trying to
we
leave?
got
that. It's the little things you
Don't
learn
have
to
a
look for.
freaking lightning bolt just strike me as soon as I try to step a foot out the door. Lose my big toe.
Actually, as you're having this conversation, you can hear through the open door into the foyer, the two front doors slam shut.
Oh, there we go.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is good. This is great.
I told you this
Darling
place is
hear
cursed.
this? Or, can we hear it too in the hallway?
Oh yeah, it kind of echoes through the space.
She just yells out, I told you this place is cursed.
It was probably just the wind, darling. You're making a fuss over nothing.
Okay, so we've got windy hallway, broken pictures. Can I check behind this door?
Sure.
Knocked open. Ah!
Wow, we didn't even get a warning that time.
Wow.
A giant octopus is still in the party.
Yep.
That was the warning last time.
The opposite way.
Yeah.
Bump. At least I'm getting good at quickly correcting for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Bing. There you go. Nope. Now he left the party.
There he goes.
There we go. There he goes.
There he went. All right. Let's see. What room are we in? We're in that room. Boom. There it is. Chairs and candelabras covered with dusty sheets attend this hall's broad dining room table. Still life paintings depicting multiple grand feasts hang on the walls, their faded oils making the food look rotten.
Ew.
Oh, that's not good.
No me gusta.
As you cast your light around the room with your candelabra to kind of get a look to see what's where, you notice a form seated at the far end of the table under one of the sheets.
I beg your pardon. I'm gonna go a little bit closer just to like, I'm gonna like hold the candelabra out in front of me and just be like, see if I can get a better look. You said it's a form under a sheet?
Yes. A small diminutive shape form person, perhaps, just cut with a sheet over them. Most of the chairs have sheets over them to kind of keep the dust off.
I'm gonna just kind of step in and knock on the wall and see if there's any reaction from the thing under the chair. Is anybody there?
Hang on, let me grab a D20. Actually, I'll use this for my dice roller. Okay. No reaction.
Sir.
No reaction.
I concern.
I'm gonna look at Agnes and just kind of like point to the chair.
So, DM's question: where exactly is the bodyguard again?
Yeah, she takes a minute, looks around, and then just finally like registers that Agnes is in the room. And she's like, Agnes, and that just goes like.
You really should keep your voice down. You never know. You could bring the whole house down.
Oh, because that's safe. Are we not acknowledging that this place is not safe?
Oh, nobody said this place was safe.
But it is a roof over our
We just acknowledge it was safer than lightning outside.
Also, we won't we won't be drenched in rain in here.
I'll take a flu over this.
The figure has yet to move. Hasn't reacted.
I am gonna make my way over.
Are you sneaking, taking small steps, or just kind of like creeping?
I'm kind of creeping, but not obviously. Just like taking my time, but not like sneaking up because I don't know what it is. And I don't want to look stupid, but just kind of like
a form is sitting
I'm proceeding with caution.
Oh, I want to stop her. I'm just gonna stop. Be like, hold on, just hold on. I take out my dagger and I'm gonna throw it at the chair.
Oh, let's hope it's not a kid.
Okay, roll the attack.
Why would a child be here?
You guys are afraid of the rain. Maybe there was another survivor from the plane.
If someone just put a doll there.
You said roll the dagger?
Yep, roll your ranged attack.
Hail.
That's
I was gonna like poke it with my. Oh, okay. Okay.
And we'll take a moment to ask Techie. Glad you could join us tonight, and thank you for the 16 months of subscription. I will absolutely call that out. So thank you for that. It's you and your other half's support have always been. I will always drop what I'm doing to thank you guys for your ongoing support.
Rip upholstery.
Yeah, the dagger
You certainly did.
like flies straight and true and slams right square in the center of the figure. So much that it actually rocks back. The whole chair rocks back.
Yeah, I'm strong.
As it tips forward, the sheet furls down to reveal a child's head.
Oh, I told you.
Darling.
It stares back at you with one unblinking eye, the other covered by a patch.
Oh no.
And a moment later, it dawns that the doll is now firmly impaled on the dagger.
Oh, thank God. Guys, don't do that. Oh, it's just a doll. It's just a doll. It's just a doll. Not that that's not creepy already, but it's just a doll. It's fine.
I told you it might have just been a doll, darling.
Look, all right.
I'm gonna go
This is
look
all
at
very
the doll. And does it look like it's been there? Is it the same amount of dusty as everything else, or does it look like it's?
Yeah, like if you just touch it, the dust just sort of like floats out of it. Okay. Its eyes are actually, there's one of the eyes is a button, and the other one just has a white patch sewn over where the button would be.
Don't like that. Okay, I don't
like any of this.
I will put it back and just like put the sheet back over it. Well, somebody didn't take very good care of their toys.
Doesn't help that it now has a giant hole in it.
Fine.
Anything else in any of the other chairs?
No.
Anything on the table?
The table is no, actually, it's there's nothing set on it. It just has several sheets laid out to protect it from dust and dirt.
Okay. What's on the side of the room that's still obscured? Those are doors. What is there anything
to the south? There's a door and a sliding doors, like a large here, let's open this space up. And then a door off the north wall.
Okay. I'm gonna go check out those doors.
The sliding doors?
Yeah. Let's look at the sliding doors.
That's fine by me.
Are they glass or solid?
They're wood paneling. They kind of slide into the walls. They kind of like double up as you slide out, so you can kind of open the room up with this very broad open space. And let's see. Bing, bonk. Yep. Cool. You guys have a lot of the map revealed already.
Yeah. I like knowing where we are.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean, aw?
I don't know. You were making a weird noise.
Overstuffed furniture faces a handsome concert harp dramatically sculpted with a flock of flying doves.
Okay. Anything of... I'll just not go all the way in, but just kind of wave my candelabra around. Is there anything of note, anything of interest?
The primary purpose of the room, you would recognize this. The harp is positioned specifically so that you can, here, I'll get that so we can all see it. The music from the harp can carry into the dining room. And so you can either entertain people sitting here in this room, or you can entertain diners, as it were.
I'm just going to do the thing and walk up and just like gently brush my fingers against it, like against the strings. See what kind of condition they're in. I'm that kid who can't running the stick against the fence kind of thing. I cannot.
Makes sense. That totally makes sense. That's a wonderful quirk. It adds flavor to your character, and then lets me do things like say, "Okay, give me a wisdom save."
Oh boy. All right.
Oh jeez.
Wisdom save.
I'll come back to that later. That's how we document the reactions to a wisdom save. We have the wide-eyed panic and the nervous giggle.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That is really good. You imagine this thing sounds amazing.
Sorry?
But it's not making any sound?
No, but you can tell, like, if you were just to sit, it would practically play itself. But it's shockingly in good shape.
Interesting.
It's covered in dust, but you can even just sense that it's probably still in tune.
Huh. Well, that's odd. I'm gonna say we have any harpists in here?
Not my forte.
Caitlin will shake her head. Nope.
Okay.
She's been kind of like, as you've been searching, she's been thumbing through a book that she got from the parlor with her lighter as you're going along.
I'm gonna come back into the dining room.
I'm taking back my dagger. Oh.
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 Quick
Doorbell?
adjustments.
Eh?
Eh?
Eh!
Eh?
Eh?
Hey!
He's back!
We'll see how long it lasts this time.
Oh dear.
The good news
boy.
is I'm getting great practice at on-the-fly adjustments with Zoom.
Dropping me in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies. Yeah, ISP says everything's fine on their end, so I have no idea what's going on.
Did you try turning it off and back on again?
Yeah.
Twice, in fact.
Did you try putting it in rice?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Router?
That's what you do, right? You just put
That's
it in
an
rice.
iPhone.
Yeah, no, you can put your whole...
I mean, you could put it. I don't know why.
Your
you
whole
Actually,
router?
folks, I know
Yeah.
exactly what's going on. I know what's going on.
Eh?
This is a Russian cyber attack.
Ah.
That makes sense, yeah.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
All is revealed.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
100%.
They have chosen to hack
Sorry,
my house.
it's me. I'm wearing red.
You are
I
such
am
a threat
the
to
Red
the
Scare.
Russian. Yeah, you are the threat.
I
the-
am
the
the
American
Red
threat.
Scare.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, to catch you up on what you missed, they found the dining room, they killed the doll, they found a harp. The harp's really pretty. Somebody should probably try to play it, or not. It's hard to tell. She had to make a wisdom save. I'll let y'all metagame that as much as you want to.
I mean, I don't play the harp. So there's nothing that would be compelling me to play it. I just oh, that sure looks like it's in good shape. Moving on.
You killed a doll?
Yeah.
Look. Okay.
It was a panic kill.
It could have been the Moo. Oh
What?
yeah.
They panicked over a doll under a sheet.
It looked like a Moo.
It was a doll under a sheet.
I don't know that
I'm
it was
sorry, I
quick.
can't understand your sarcasm through your accent.
I'm not being sarcastic. It is a doll.
Doll.
All right, so I missed all the exciting stuff.
The
Good to know.
wind continues to batter the building, and you can hear what sounds like some kind of a groan from upstairs.
No.
Or maybe it's just the wind.
Yeah, it's just the wind.
It's just the wind.
You were here for the front doors closing, right?
No, he
Yes.
was not. Oh, he was.
That was
Yeah.
yeah. You lose me before I lose you, which is hilarious.
Interesting.
Hilarious.
Got it.
Interesting.
Got it. Okay, y'all are spraying out. So let me zoom out so we can kind of get a sense for where
Okay,
everybody is.
Moving. I'm heading up towards that area of the room, and as I walk past the door, I'm gonna see. I forgot what's her name.
Caitlin?
Caitlin. I'm gonna see Caitlin and found anything interesting there?
Oi. I think I have. It seems quite like there's a way that you can speak to whoever once lived here. The soul,
Through the
impresses itself upon the home.
I'm gonna look around, and I don't know that I think much of the person who would imprint themselves in this house. It's kind of gross.
Mm-hmm.
Anything interesting up there, Agnes?
I'm gonna open this door. See what I see.
Being Agnes, I'm assuming that just means you open the door.
Yes.
Blink. It opens onto a kitchen.
Ah,
Checks out.
lovely.
A rack previously suspended from the ceiling's kitchen has crashed, crushing the table and scattering rusted pots and cooking implements. A sizable iron stove is built to the north wall.
All right. Would this right here be like a sink or something?
Hang on, let me get back to the... Yes.
All right.
Wash basin, large fireplace for cooking. Actually, that would be the oven. Counters. The middle is all debris from the crashing overhang.
Can I try the pipes, the faucet, see if any water comes out?
It's a pump.
It's a pump? Can I try that?
Sure. It takes a bit, but eventually you can get some water to come up.
All right. How brown is the water?
Ew.
At first, a little bit. And as you keep going, it starts to clear out.
Fantastic. I found us some water.
I don't trust anything that comes out of this place.
The fire underneath the oven bursts into flame.
Oh.
And kind of like, there's a bit where it kind of like surges out for a moment and then settles in, and the coals underneath it are well lit, filling the kitchen immediately with that heat of a busy, well, the one, anyone who's been to a manor's kitchen knows what it's like at the peak of preparation.
Sure.
Darling's gonna grab Agnes and pretty much like fireman carry her out of there out of pure terror. Just like it just.
That's an interesting way to start a fire. I wonder if they have like some sort of gas.
It wasn't me.
Mm-hmm. They have some sort of gas starter system. It'd be very interesting for a house this age.
You are so you are stubborn.
It's just a fireplace.
That started on its own.
Something could have sparked.
You're in denial at this point. You're in denial.
And you're too set in your superstitions.
Oh, you're gonna be the death of me. Yeah, I almost in carrying her out, I almost like trample over over Amelie. Amy, I'm gonna call you Amy. Amelie. Okay. Amelie is gonna give me a
Amelie.
Amelie.
Like omelet, but E.
With the British.
Yeah, but then whenever I say it in my head, I think of that. You know that one rapper song that's Amelie.
I don't know that song.
I don't know that one either.
Okay.
I think you're on your own there.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't even know the name of the song either, so it's fine. So it's just in my head.
So while everyone is off killing dolls and starting fires, I wanted to check the spirit board and see if it looked like was in use, like if it was set for a seance.
Y'all are just set to kill us.
Absolutely, you can totally do that. It is not set, like it hasn't been used at any recent time. There's a thick layer of dirt and dust on it. Okay. But the flashlight, the pointer, is still sitting dead center in the middle of it.
Okay, so it is in theory set for a seance, but was not like it's not pointing at anything. It's in the start position.
Yes.
Okay.
And as you look at it, it almost seems like it's turned slowly towards you. And you blink a few times, and then it's like, no. It's still pointing straight up.
Yeah, just like it should be.
Just like it should be.
Like those paintings that when you walk past, feel like they're looking at you.
Oh no. That's the paintings you take down and turn around.
Or gift to someone you don't like.
Yes.
That's some aggressive gift giving.
You know?
Indeed. That's the kind of thing that you would do. You still have some more rooms to explore if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the kitchen, kind of glance to the side at the fireplace, and then investigate these doors right here.
Okay, there you go. There's a pantry and a staircase down to the cellars.
There's no chance there's anything edible in the pantry.
No.
Okay.
Well,
no rice or anything?
Why, your cell phone stopped working?
What's a cell phone?
That's decayed into dust and rotten smears inside sealed glass jars. Even things that perhaps were properly canned can only last so long.
Sure, yeah.
Delicious.
And then what did you say was in the other one?
A staircase that goes down.
Okay.
Down to
We're
the
gonna
cellars.
let that be for now. But I'm gonna make a note that those are there. And then this door leads back into the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Caitlin's going to come back into the room with her book and look at Luis. You think perhaps there might be something to be said for using the bard?
Might be premature, but if we reach that point, we could certainly try.
I'd be thinking there might be something about in here still.
Possibly. Certainly it's a possibility.
Why, don't be thinking it's the fair folk neither.
Yeah, we're kind of in the wrong part of the continent, as I understand it.
Oh, the fair folk wander far and wide. But they have a different feel to them.
Different feel to them, you say?
So my ma always said.
Fair enough. I think we should definitely finish exploring the first floor. Since the ladies have gone off northward, I figure I will take the southwest corner. So I will head into that little hallway, grabbing a candelabra as I go, and lighting it with the lighter I totally have.
I.e. prestidigitation?
Yes, but subtly so it looks like I'm flicking a lighter.
And we've already split the party.
I'm going to roll a d20. Okay.
Where are Darling and Agnes? Are they still in that room, or did
I think
did
they
you take her
retreated to
out?
the dining room, didn't they?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had carried her out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we
Have
have...
you put me down yet?
No, I'm clinging on to you for dear life. No more wandering off.
Yeah, we have split the party into thirds.
Just keep things interesting.
Yep, that'll work.
I
Okay.
mean, as long as you're within shouting range, you're fine, right?
It's not that big of a house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like in the next room.
Yeah. Okay, so where was Amelie headed?
I was gonna cut through this hallway door right here, or this door into the hallway, and my next move is probably gonna be to. Is this on level, or is this up here, or is this part of? I don't know how to point. Because all I'm doing is
Yep.
dragging. But is that on
Right-click.
level? That's not.
Yep, that's on level.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't
so
tell if
those-
that was like an extension of the.
Nope, those stairs
or
go
not.
down to superior. This room right, this door opens into something right there. So there's a door in the hall, and there's big, ornate double doors right across from the kitchen.
Okay. I'll check out this door first.
Okay. You
Knock, wait, and then push.
slowly creep that door open into an empty closet.
Okay.
Very unexciting. Meanwhile, where's Luis headed again?
He is going to head back out into this hallway, and then check out first this door. I don't know how to point.
Right-click.
Right-click.
Right-click. So here.
Okay. Push that door open. And let me... Bink, bonk,
Bing bonk.
there's a passageway down there in that corner that opens out, and you can hear the sound of the rain almost like through the opening. The room itself has a description. Boink. Moody landscapes and a dour bust atop marble pedestal collect dust in this modest gallery. In an alcove to the east stands a larger-than-life onyx statue of an athlete wrestling monstrous disembodied tentacles. To the west, a wall made of black stone curves into this room, an arch opening into the darkened space beyond.
So this is the darkened space beyond?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm going to go statue real quick. Does it have like an inscription or anything, or is it just a weird onyx statue?
As you start to poke around it, you notice that the statue is hollow. and that where the eyes should be are actually openings into the internal cavity. But there does not appear to be any kinds of like inscriptions on it. Just the athletic figure, you know, stripped down to a loincloth with like his hands are up and he's grabbing onto these tentacles that have come out of the ground and are either he's got a hold on them or they have a hold on him. It's kind of hard to say which. It's kind of a, you know, a gray area.
6 to 1, doesn't know the other.
Yeah.
But the eye sockets are
hollowed
openings.
Yeah. So you can see the inside hollow shape inside the statue.
Interesting. Poke.
Caitlin signs herself again.
That being said, I'm going to carry Agnes and we're going to go follow Arwen just because I don't want to be alone with
just carry Agnes to catch up with Amelie as she's coming down the hallway.
I don't want anybody to be alone right now.
I'm going to check out those doors on my way down.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
In fact, with your experience, it's hard not to take hold of both and swing them open.
Oh yeah, every fiber of my being is wanting to like Aragorn those doors.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And not just because just for the drama of it, but just that feel like this feels natural to do, given the construction of the house and the number of times you yourself have watched butlers do that. And
That's
always
just how you open doors.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no other way to open a double doors.
And it opens as one does not simply open one French door. Exactly. It's like Mordor. Let's see here. This one, here we go. Broken boards mar the web-like design worked into this ballroom's wooden floor. A short stage for long-departed musicians stands at the room's far end, overlooked by cracked, stained-glass windows. The colors shine briefly as lightning strikes outside, filling the room with sick greens and coarse reds. Before
It's like
it starts
carnival in here.
You know, this room could be lovely with some cleaning or redecoration.
It's a lovely ballroom.
It's quite a nice size for a small party, I guess.
Anything of interest?
There's a large fireplace. There's the door opposite that you can make out. There's another door you can kind of half see around the edge there. There's the bandstand, or stage, I should say. Not bandstand, stage. Up at the top.
I feel like the smartest thing is to keep kind of near everybody else, but I really want to know what's behind that door.
Do it.
Of course you do.
Do it.
All right.
Bad
I'm just gonna walk through. I'm
Okay,
looking
hold
around.
on. We're going to back you up.
Uh-oh.
Yoink, right there.
Uh-oh.
Darlene's going to step in with, because I'm assuming.
Yep.
As you start to make your way across, as you start to walk across the room, you find yourself stopping as a hollow voice fills the ballroom. It echoes through the space as though it's coming from miles away, but is loud and present. I'll give you a simple choice, my misguided knights. You can join Lady Silvera, and I'll entomb you within my fortress's walls. Or forsake your commander, and bear witness to her execution, and then walk free to tell all of Dranzorg's justice. My mercy knows but a moment. You must choose.
How are they getting that sound effect? It's very interesting.
Has anything changed?
Had it with you.
Has anything changed to the room? Anything look different?
Everything, like that cold you get as the wind starts to kick up and pass through on a late December evening. That's what the room feels like.
Do the names he said have any significance to me?
You don't recognize them, but you do recognize you need to answer.
I'm going to say It's extremely rude to speak to a lady without first introducing yourself.
And you hear a booming back. You will make a choice. Does Darlene
Here
say
is where we die.
Does Darlene say anything?
Nah, she's petrified. Like she's just like, and she's
Take
kind
that
of
moment to escape.
no, she's kind of mad at Agnes. She's just like, could you just accept what's happening? Like,
Well, put me down. I can walk on my own 2 feet.
yeah, I'll put her down.
Good.
Do you stand with your lady and share her fate? Or do you side with me and watch her execution? I shall ask no more.
But I have no idea who you are, and you're making such a strong ultimatum. You're clearly not someone I would like to do any business with. So I'm going to stand with the person who is with me now, rather than some person who's hiding behind a curtain and making some rather impressive vocal artistry.
Does Darlene have anything to add to that?
We all gonna die. That's just pretty much just sitting there like bubbling in Tagalog. Like,
Okay. And
I'm going to back up towards the other two.
Amelie has a chance to say if she wishes to stand one way or the other. Because so far we have, the DM will now say, so far we have 2 non-answers.
I mean, I don't know what the...
I think the ultimatum is join them or die.
I'm going to say, what does joining you entail?
As you hesitate to answer,
Yeah, that's fair.
you hear the entire room fill with this blood-curdling, supernatural shriek. I need 3 wisdom saving throws, please. One
my
each.
ears.
Okay.
How do I? Oh boy.
5.
9.
Oh, the skeptic does not roll well.
No.
I'm not surprised.
I don't believe in it, therefore I don't try to protect myself from it.
Ooh, that's not good.
2 5s! Hey!
5, 9. Wow. You're right. This is where you all die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Ouch.
Okay.
That hurts.
Yeah, it does.
That really hurts.
Well, hey, that's a perfectly average damage roll. Oh, wait. First level characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice knowing y'all.
Oh. Can we get an F in chat, please?
We get an F for your wallet. You're gonna have to buy his new character art.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
We do have some re-rolls.
Okay.
Or we can just, you know what? Never mind. We got this. We'll save those re-rolls for a bit later. There's more to come. There's more to come.
That makes me feel better or worse.
It's early yet. It's early yet.
Oh.
We're already dead, apparently.
As you can literally feel the blood starting to spill down the sides of out of your ears, all 3 of you clutch to try to contain. In particular, Agnes is going. It almost feels like iron spikes have been run into your head from the sheer pain of the screech, which hits you the hardest, as you know it should not hurt this much to hear something. This isn't like hyper loud. It's just a literally painful sound that should not be possible. Darlene will actually manage to keep herself conscious, but she will drop to her knees, whereas both Agnes and Amelie will drop and then collapse.
Oh, I'm picking them up and running out the room. Like bags of yams over each shoulder. Like, we're out of here.
One over each shoulder.
As you like scoop them up and start staggering. Well played, Polymorph. And stagger your way out of the room. You hear the grand doors that Amelie had opened slam shut behind you.
Oh boy!
Now, at this point, Luis will have heard that scream reverberate through the house.
I wondered about that. So, did I feel anything when I poked the statue's eyeballs?
No.
No, just wiggle, nothing there.
Yeah, that's just hollow inside. And you're like, and then there's that, you can hear like in the distance. It doesn't hit you, but you definitely can hear it. And then you hear almost as loud, gotta go, from Darling.
Followed by slamming doors.
Yeah.
And then her scream.
Yeah.
Just
So,
like, fuck!
Cartoon legs just spinning on an axle.
Where do you carry the bodies again?
I was gonna, but when I heard that door slam, I'm gonna look around for other doors. I'm assuming this is a door here.
No, like you ran out into the hallway.
They slammed
behind they slammed behind me. Okay. I'm gonna go back into here.
Fair enough. Under the circumstances, I will let Agnes and Amelie come to after a period of time. So, Luis, do you intend to go through the archway, or do you want to loop back to check on the girls?
I need to go check on the unearthly screams and slamming doors.
You don't have to. You can continue your explorations.
No.
Darlene probably has it under control.
No, not with that yell. No.
The scream of terror did not instill confidence in me, and I'm something of a gentleman. I'll go check on the ladies who have clearly had some sort of fright. So I will head back through the doorway and into the room.
We're conscious again?
Yes.
That should not have been as loud as it was.
Are you convinced yet, or are we still in denial?
I don't know what that was.
There's blood in your ears.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All three of you actually have, like, you can wipe away blood from the sides of your faces and your ears. Like, oh, that's not. I
expect Agnes also has some blood coming out of her nose from like the pressure.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
The mental pressure.
I don't know, enough psychic damage to put you into death saves that the DM hand waved as, well, we'll just leave it at not death yet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those single digit hit point totals.
I know, it's rough.
Our first hand wave death.
For now. Might
Has
come
that
back
not
to,
been the first?
That hand wave might come back to backhand us.
Yeah. And to be fair, y'all just would have dragged back here, had a long rest, and been okay again. So,
well, yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's assuming that Darling is willing to stay here for a long rest.
Nope. But if Agnes is gonna do it, then what other choice do we have?
Exactly.
So, ladies, are you okay?
No, don't go in that big room over there. And she points back the way they came.
Okay, what happened? Did you see something?
No,
they have some strange sound system set up.
We were
and it really
no.
very loud.
Both of you passed out. So just shh. There is a ghost, and it asked us for an answer, which we don't know. And then there was that scream, which was not us, and the ears bleeding. And then they passed out, and I carried them out here. And while I carried them out here, something closed those doors, and it wasn't the wind because I didn't feel it.
Clearly, it was some person using some sort of...
No, I didn't. I say you don't get to...
There's always a rational explanation. You don't always have to jump to ghosts.
It's ghosts.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
Stand up and just kind of brush myself off. We were offered a choice. And I'm kind of trying to remember what just happened. We were offered a choice between standing with Lady something?
Silvara. You will not forget that name.
Silvara.
I also have a question. Are sound systems a thing?
Well, you can create like echo chambers and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 20s technically.
Yep, they had PA systems.
Radios.
And radio. Yeah, the wireless was a thing.
Radios.
What else was Amelie saying, Arwen?
We were offered a choice between standing with the voice or standing with Lady Silvaris and sharing her fate. And it appears we made the wrong decision. I'm just kind of like trying to, like, what the heck just happened?
I told them I wasn't standing with someone I couldn't talk to face to face.
She did it. Darling just points at Agnes like, if we don't die, it's going to be on her.
I stand by my decision.
Does that name ring a bell to anybody?
Caitlin shakes her head.
Did I see
I never
that?
heard of it.
Did I see that name scrolling through those books pop up anywhere?
Give me a yeah, go ahead and roll me a history.
What is it with me and fours? Okay, got me 11.
Got you an 11. There was something. There was something in one of the books about the ruined castle's previous lineage, and you remember somewhere in there the name of Dranzorg being listed in those histories. And you're not sure you could find it again without a while to track it down, or even if it was more than just a passing name.
What the one name, Dragor, I believe it was in one of those books in the other room. It's something about the castle's lineage.
I'm gonna look. Did you say there were portraits in this room?
Yes.
I'm gonna look at. Are there names on the portraits? Like sometimes there'll be like a name, like Lady such and such at the bottom of. Are there any? Are they labeled at all? I'm looking to see if Lady Silvaris or whatever was on is one of those portraits.
Under the circumstances, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
No, in fact, most of the portraits look newer. Like they're not ancient history, not an era of castles, more of a probably something in the 1800s, maybe this even possibly the 1700s. The most prominent portrait is the one that features the family of four. And that, as far as fashion goes, they are dressed in the most recent fashion, which would put them somewhere around 1860, 1870-ish. I mean, hard to say. Your fashions varied a great deal based on location, and your knowledge of Eastern European fashion in the 19th century is a little shaky.
Sure. I'm impressed I had any knowledge of Eastern European
You paid
fashion.
attention when you were at boarding school.
That's true. Okay.
I'm gonna sit down and take out a handkerchief and start cleaning off the blood on my face.
I'm wondering I'm trying to think, was there anything I did when the voice first spoke? Did I feel like I stepped on a tripwire, or was there any noticeable change?
What you remember the most is just how suddenly the room chilled.
Okay. It got very cold all of a sudden.
You know what that's a sign of?
That it's cold outside and
No.
this house has poor insulation.
No, ghosts. The moo.
I'm just going to kind of side-eye Luis. Do you have any theories about any of this?
So, thus far, we have seen kinetic phenomena. We have seen auditory phenomena.
Bleeding ears.
Yes, hence the bleeding from the ears. The doors closing on their own. Someone mentioned one of the fireplaces lit on its own.
In the kitchen.
Yes. So clearly, there is some aspect of the spiritual at work here.
Thank you. Somebody sane.
You're all insane.
Oh, I question you.
Keeping my
There's
attention
always
on
an
Luis.
explanation. Why do people always go to ghosts? Ghosts are not real.
I tell you what. All 5 of us go back in that ballroom and look for your sound system. And if there's nothing there, then you accept it.
Well, I might say that there is a reason for everything. And sometimes the reason is that there's a ghost.
Another sane person.
We must allow skeptics their skepticism. It's only fair.
With this much proof, I
Proof's always a
It's
relative
not
term.
proof, it is circumstantial.
All right, well, you have
but you
chance
are creating some sort of self-fulfilling
You have chance for proof. All 5 of us go in that ballroom if the doors will open and find your sound system. And if you don't have an explanation, there you go.
Since we've already had a negative experience in the ballroom, well, we're going to leave that for later. We should explore the rest of the house, see if there's any indication that someone is here, potentially someone who has built an elaborate house of horrors to mess with people who crash land in airplanes in their backyard. Seems far-fetched, but
That sounds okay. No more.
But I
splitting
think
up.
it makes sense to explore the rest of the house together. Splitting up is perhaps not a good idea since some of us have already been accosted. But let's explore the rest of the house, see if we can find evidence, be it physical or spiritual, of what's going on. And from there, we can decide if we want to remain here or if we want to brave the storm.
Did anybody pack tents?
I believe there were tents on one of the planes.
Oh, I had a tent, but I think it's
Did not pull it off the plane.
Was on the plane.
It's in a bowl of flames right now.
I didn't think to take it with me at the time.
Tell you what, there's more than enough sheets over there. We can make a tent.
Probably a bunch of sticks on the ground now from all the lightning.
I think Luis's plan is sound.
Thank
We'll
you.
at
I
least want
agree.
to make sure there's nothing, no wild animals or anything. I'm looking like dead in Agnes's eyes. Make sure there's no wild animals or things that we don't want to room with overnight.
I want to take the torch and light this fireplace.
The one I already lit?
The one that's
Yeah,
already
it's
lit.
already
Okay, never
lit.
mind.
It's already lit.
Okay, so this is okay. So if we get split up, meet back here.
This is our base of operations.
Yeah, but again, don't touch the board.
A solid plan.
Reasonable.
The
And if
board
we
that
need to, we can
Caitlin's
use the
already
books to keep the.
Yeah, the board that she already touched, we're just not touching it any further.
the board that's completely been cleaned off and inspected.
Yeah,
Okay,
no more touching. None more.
fair enough. Fair
Not
enough.
yet, anyway.
Okay. All right.
All
I will
right.
take my torch and we'll go.
Are you heading down to
I guess
that archway, or do you want to check these doors next?
We're gonna go over here and check these.
Okay.
This stuff.
For the sake of expediency, the DM is going to go bonk bonk, as those rooms are exposed to be additional sitting rooms.
Okay.
This plan we did a lot of sitting.
You know,
Well,
when you live a
places-
luxurious life.
It's a status symbol.
I was gonna say, if you
It
have
is
a ballroom in your house, I'm
can
gonna
tell how-
assume you
you
have a
can
lot
tell
of time
how-
to sit around.
You can tell how respectable a family is by how many different places they have to sit and do nothing.
Mhm.
And
Yes, it is quite the status symbol.
entertain.
Rich people.
And then
We had at least 3 sitting rooms in our London home.
1, 2, 3.
only 3.
Yeah, the London home was smaller.
How quaint.
Darling gives Agnes this look of rich people.
We also had a home in France. Where we spent our summers at.
Who's the first one through the door at the north end of the hall?
Me. I'm leading the rest of the way. I don't. You know.
Ladies
What's
first.
that? What's our dad?
Yoink. So we'll put you right there.
Conservatory.
Boink, boink. Very astute.
I'm gonna make sure that Agnes is still close to me, though. I don't want her too far. I don't want her in the backety back because
she'll wander off.
Yeah, I know her too well.
Desiccated vines sprawl across the tables and foggy glass walls of this conservatory. Rusted gardening tools and pots of barren soil lie scattered across sturdy wooden tables.
This is nice, I guess. Or would have been. Is this like, and I'm assuming like all of this is glass?
Yeah, that's all glass. It's all dirt covered glass along there.
But none of it's broken to like allow a draft.
Right. Glass is still intact, and you can see where like you can hear the rain pounding down on it steadily. But the dirt is so thickly caked that it's not washing it off any.
That's disgusting.
It's impressive.
If somebody still lives here and allows this house to deteriorate as it has,
I don't think anybody lives here who has any kind of physical requirements.
Okay, so we know
my
Agnes...
Lolo would be turning in his grave.
All right, I guess that's
Maybe
kind of
they can't move.
the way you're all stacked up in the hallway. Okay. That seems right. As you're stacked up in the hallway.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What?
I don't know. I'm highly concerned now.
Yes, someone's casting a lightning bolt, so we're taking advantage of this. 5 foot wide, 15 foot long.
That's the perfect lightning bolt setup right there.
It kind of is. It kind of is.
Caster's dream.
The doors to the ballroom will open right there next to Agnes.
This one?
Yeah, that
Are
door.
these? Is this also meant to be a double door, or is it just a door?
Singular door. Swings open.
Remember what we said? We're not going in there. Nobody go in there.
I'd rather not have another encounter with a bizarre sound machine. Thank you very much.
As Agnes glances that direction, as one does when the door randomly opens next to you, a spiritual figure wafts into the hallway and passes through Agnes and Darling into the conservatory. She's dressed in a very smart afternoon jacket with long skirts and a bustle. She moves into the conservatory where she places a potted plant on one of the tables. And as Agnes looks past Darling, the two of them can see that the conservatory itself is brightly lit. Sun comes through the glass windows, illuminating beautiful flowers, orchids, different lilies. The ground, the floor is shining, having recently been swept. And the figure is able to scoop up a little bit of fresh soil to top inside the potted plant itself. She glances over in your direction, sets her head to the side curiously, not recognizing either of you. You both blink, and the room is back to its original filthy, desiccated state. The
when
sound
she
of
went
rain.
past us, like, did she acknowledge, like, she didn't look at us, she just went through us? Yeah, Darling does the just, oh God, she touched me and it went through me.
That's an interesting effect.
I'm going to slap you into the next world.
Slap you into the supernatural.
It's clearly some trick of lighting. You know how you can take an image in like a picture? We have moving pictures now, right?
Yes.
Believe so, yes. We have moving pictures. It's like that. It's probably just some sort of moving picture.
Who's behind Agnes?
Louise.
That'd be me.
She's gonna, Darling is gonna like tilt her head and look around at Louise and give him a deadpan and be like, you see what I have to deal with?
What did we see? Did we see the figure?
Yeah,
or...
you saw the figure go in, and there's a moment where like you could see the light spilling in from the conservatory.
And then it was
back it's back to the sounds of rain.
Okay, we can add visual effects to our ongoing list of...
Did me and Agnes feel anything when she walked through us?
Oh, yeah, there
phenomena.
was that chilling effect.
Movies don't do that.
Would have been some sort of like misting.
If I do have a glove on, I would take this glove off and slap you with it.
Now, no need for violence. We'll get to the bottom of this. Anyone hurt? Feel not yourself? Anything beyond the feeling of cold?
Yeah, actually, speaking of that, can I have Agnes and Darlene roll me wisdom saves, please?
Oh, crap.
Sure.
Sorry.
There we go.
12 and 12. Oh, interesting.
Oh. I
Hang on.
changed my dice because the other ones were being mean.
Hang on,
I have pink fuzzy dice.
Let me...
Oh, you can see it on your thing. It's pink and fuzzy.
Yeah, and... Hang on, let me just check Darlene's character sheet really quick.
Me scared.
Ooh, darling.
Me gonna die?
Okay, there it is. Yeah. Nope. I just need to make a note of something. You're all good.
Okay.
You're all good. Thank you for
where
that.
did she set down the pot?
On one of the tables, like right in the middle of the room.
Is there a pot there now?
Yes, there is a pot. Well, actually, there may have been a pot. There's more like a pile of dirt and some bits of shards of pottery sticking out of it.
If that was a filmed recording of something that happened back then. And I'm gonna walk into the conservatory, pushing past Darling.
There's no measurement of how hard my eyes are rolling at her right now.
I'm gonna dig through the dirt.
A metric ton of eye roll.
Really?
We'll just replace your eyeballs with marbles so they can just continuously roll.
Oh,
I would need to do that to deal with you.
Yeah, it's just as you like sift through the dirt, the pottery kind of almost like just crumbles in your fingers. It's so old and ill-maintained. There's almost a part where it's like, oh wait, I should probably not like. You start to, and then your the first one that like turns to dust. You're like, okay, bad protocol. I should find a brush if I'm going to do this.
Yes, I'm gonna look around now and try and see if there's a brush.
Oh, you've probably got a couple in the pack that you were able to grab on your way out.
Okay, I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna start dusting away at it as though I'm like at a dig site.
The archeologist goes to work.
Yep. Fascinating.
As long as she's enjoying herself.
Unoccupied.
I'm digging in dirt. This is my dream.
Dirt.
This is my job.
It is kind of what she does.
Like squirrel, only.
Your parents don't pay me enough for you.
I pay you now.
You don't pay me enough for you.
Well, you're the only one I can tolerate. So, how much are you asking more for?
We'll talk about that when we get home, if we live.
We'll discuss my raise when we get back.
If we get back.
It'll be
I like the optimism.
Yeah. Are you taking a look at that leading everyone down to that archway at this point?
That is my plan, yes.
Okay. Is anyone joining him? Caitlin will follow.
I'll go.
Did I find anything in the dirt?
She's digging in dirt.
Broken
That's not interesting to
pottery,
me.
some rusted tools.
I thought we agreed not to split up.
She got distracted and I got bored.
She's digging in the dirt. There's nothing interesting in there.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
At least she's occupied.
Are there the withered stalks of the plant that was in the pot?
If there are, they're like
Dust
no.
now.
Yeah. If the only thing is the longer you're in there, the more you realize the only reason that you still have anything approaching plant life in here is it just takes that long to completely rot away. And vines are pretty long-lived. Like some of the stuff in here is like, yeah, this stuff can be dead for 100 years and still be here.
Yeah. There's a thing called petrified wood. We can do that.
Meanwhile, doink. The wind moans through the open interior of this ancient tower attached to the manor. Stairs curve from the floor to circle the dark granite walls and vanish into a chamber high above.
Gonna stick the is it windy enough to blow out my candelabra or just
No, but
windy?
it's that storm and the way that this tower is constructed, there is a draft spiraling down through here. So the candles do flicker a bit.
Is it raining or does just wind?
No, there's no rain in the space.
Okay, so it
still has
there's
a
an
roof on
opening
it.
that's allowed, but there's a roof. Okay.
Yep.
Can I see does the candlelight get far enough to show anything beyond just the stairs?
The stairs just kind of go up into the darkness.
All right. Well, that's a thing to explore later.
What's this over here?
That was yeah.
Oh, that's a door off of the foyer.
That we missed on the way in.
We missed on the way in.
Yep.
Okay.
The DM will let you quickly pop over there to look, and it's just a closet.
Yep, I say
Fair
the
enough.
mysterious closet.
Another closet.
Do I find anything close to cutting shears? Or for
You would, but they're mostly rusted together. But there's actually several sets. As you start to dust out more, you can start to find more and more. It was a very well-apportioned conservatory. So you have small snippers, large snippers, two-hand snippers, spades, trowels.
Snippers aplenty.
Yeah. Most of it is beyond, rusted well beyond use. It's more like the frame of the item than it is an actual item. So at no point can Darling use these to murder you.
We'll see about that.
she could try. It's gonna hurt.
You underestimate me. You underestimate my drive for murder.
Drive for murder.
If she kills me, she doesn't get paid.
That's true.
But she
opposite
also
of the
might
drive for
survive. Her chances of surviving go up maybe if you die first.
But then she doesn't have any income to come back to if she dies. So
and then her family will be very upset with me.
yes, I'm sure my mother would abandon her ways of pacifism.
You have the opportunity, if you'd like to reconvene in the parlor.
Yes, that seems like the best plan before we decide how to broach the second story, or if we want to go down to the sub-level.
Okay.
Do I have to tear her away from her? Okay, no. Okay, cool.
No, she's done now.
Everyone gathers in the study, or in the parlor. Caitlin will begin to eye the spirit board again.
No.
I know what Caitlin wants to do.
No.
It wouldn't work anyways. So,
I'm almost tempted to let you do it. But you'd probably find a way to explain it.
Well, to do a proper seance, we'd want everyone to participate.
Boy, that's...
She's just going to say one of us moved it.
Exactly, because someone does.
Oh, God.
Anyway, there was nothing in the conservatory besides some dead vines, petrified plants, and some very, very rusted tools. Nothing of note.
Caitlin will put the book she's been flipping through back down on the table. I think there might be something to speak into the spirits that are in the house.
What do you think we would gain by that?
Nothing good.
Understanding
at
the
all.
way, yeah?
We'd get nothing at all.
Well, we can either explore the rest of the house, or we can attempt to explore the spiritual realm.
Let's
Both
explore the
are...
physical realm, because there's no such thing as a spiritual realm.
She's going to stand behind Agnes and then cover her mouth.
The spiritual realm might give us some insight as to what else might be waiting for us in the house.
Potentially.
This is the sort of thing Miyugama did. Speaking to the Fae folk about the Isle.
I'm gonna shoot Agnes a glance. Think of it as speaking to the constructor of the maze, as it were.
Your mouth is covered. You can't reply.
She's gonna try and tug your hand away.
She's gonna lick you.
Strength check.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We've reached party combat.
That didn't take
been
long.
2 hours and 23 minutes.
The player versus player has started.
It's not bad. It's just an innocent little strength check.
Bets.
Yeah. Just to see how quickly I
as you
give up.
stand there debating,
How quickly I give up.
Caitlin will start to put a couple of candles around the table. I think there's something to be said for it.
Oh boy, we're gonna die.
All right, I'm gonna knock your hand away.
We might, based on what happened in the ballroom, we might die anyway. At least this way we might have an idea of what's coming.
Well, whatever you're doing, I'm not gonna be a part of it. Not dealing with this nonsense.
Think it's a chance to prove Darling wrong.
I like your logic.
And I just take the seat.
I look at Luis and I just kind of wink.
Caitlin seats herself at the top of the spirit board.
I'll sit wherever I'm closest to.
Okay.
You mean the last chair that's open?
Yeah, that's fair.
Caitlin asks everyone to hold hands briefly and to focus your thoughts on who we should be summoning.
Well, that's a little tricky. Who are
Agnes
we
is just
summoning?
thinking this is so stupid. She's not thinking of a name. She's just thinking this is the stupidest thing I've ever done.
3 spirits have come into your contact thus far. The woman in the conservatory, the warlord, and the lady.
The lady that screamed?
Yes.
I've only seen the one, so that's what I'm going to be thinking about.
Fair enough.
So are we all supposed to think of a different one, or are we supposed to be all focusing on
Tell
the
you
same
what,
one?
if you guys can open the Zoom chat, just send me a message as to which of the 3. The warlord, the lady, or the woman in the conservatory. So there's no pressure on anybody to pick what anybody else picks. I know what Caitlin's focusing on. This is neat. This is like voting.
Are we sending it to the full chat or just for
You can
just
send it
to
to
you?
me. That way it's like a vote.
Okay.
But there doesn't need to be a debate.
Secret ranked class voting.
Yes. I just need to hear from... Who don't I have? Are we taking our time or are we abstaining?
Taking time.
Okay.
I was expecting the other one, but okay.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Something's going to pop into your head. Okay. Just know it.
Did we get one of everybody?
No. It's all good. I'm more giggling at the Steve Huff Marshmallow Man.
Oh.
I tried to think of something that could never, ever hurt us. Nice thinking, Ray.
Well, you know the ghost spirit realm and demons will corrupt anything.
I just saw that for the first time like 2 months ago.
Oh!
And I love it so much.
It's
Such a good film.
It is. All the
excellent.
Ghostbusters movies. I haven't even seen the most recent. I assume it's good. But even the Girl Busters, I think, was still pretty
was
dang
fun.
good.
It was a fun time.
It was
so fun.
It was. But I digress. Caitlin will... now, each of you, release your hands. Set them on the planchet.
Darling hesitates. She's just like... Eh.
I feel like Darling is just doing it purely out of spite for Agnes right now. Like, that's the only reason she would be doing this.
Yeah,
And
pretty
Agnes
much.
doing
just out
this
of
purely
spite.
out of spite for Dark.
This is like this.
This is a great attitude to go into this with,
This is
guys.
like the sister rivalry of like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. No, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah. I'm gonna prove you wrong, though. There's no such thing as ghosts.
Now clear your minds. Spirits of this house, we are strangers who come openly, without malice. We seek only to know your stories and to help you find peace. We entreat you, make your presence known, And as she says those last words, the fire goes out in the fireplace.
Oh boy.
Kindling must have thrown out. We can use some of these books.
I'm gonna, if I didn't have to keep my hands on this planchet.
I think some of those books are still in the corner.
What? Oh. For
Those spiritual books.
Yeah.
Have a drink while I keep narrating.
Mm-hmm.
As the room starts to chill, the planchet begins to move. And at first it seems like Agnes is pulling it towards her as it slides onto the G. And then she has to, like, anyone who's watching will notice, she has to try to keep her fingers on it as it slides over to the R. Like, there's a moment where for Agnes it will seem like it, like, her hand almost came off of it because she didn't expect it to move so suddenly. And it slowly spells out the word greetings.
Oh dear.
Hey, it's polite. This is progress.
It's the most polite one we've encountered so far.
I wonder if he's just really good at moving this thing.
Caitlin will now glare at Agnes for the first time in 2 hours.
I'm kicking her chair.
Caitlin will speak. Whom are we speaking to? Name yourself. And it slowly slides and spells out the name Theodora.
Were you the woman in the conservatory?
It immediately shoots like up to the word yes.
Okay.
And Caitlin kind of looks around at each of you. What would you be asking? She's here. She wants to tell you her story.
It's a long-winded story. Can you manifest yourself again?
And it slides to no.
Yep.
What plant were you planting?
Oh my god.
Ask him the real questions.
I need to know what was in the pot.
It was weed.
It was pot. Pot was in the pot.
Yeah. Party pot.
Hey.
Let's see. It slides to...
He's picking a flower.
Yeah.
Lilac is spelled out.
Would I know if lilac has any significance?
No.
Like language of flowers?
Like,
or...
yeah, flower language.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I check that as well?
Is that
Sure.
what is that, a history check?
Yeah, it's
Or
a history
nature.
check. Or nature.
Or nature?
Nature works. Is nature a skill?
Yeah, nature is an
a
intelligence
skill.
check.
Yep.
I don't have anything in that.
Nature or history. History would be like the language of it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do history.
Yeah, I'll do history as well.
Nobody wanted to know about nature.
That one. I know nothing about flowers.
That's
My
strange.
Screen is freezing. This might not be the fix I thought it was. There we go.
They're often known as symbols of Hera and Zeus. They are often associated with rebirth and motherhood.
Interesting. I'm gonna relay that to everybody else.
And then the planchet begins to move as you say that.
Uh-oh.
And it quickly spells out, but of course.
What?
We have a know-it-all spirit.
I'm gonna ask her if she was a mother.
And it slides to the yes and actually kind of moves while it's over it for emphasis.
Okay.
How many kids?
And it slides over to the number 2.
Oh, that's nice. Oh my god, why am I being distracted? Anyway, who else haunts the house?
There's a moment where nothing moves, and the candles actually dim around you.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And when there's a long stretch where nothing happens.
I think I made her mad.
And then it slowly slides over to the letter I. And carefully spells out, I do not know.
Oh, great.
But they scare us.
Oh,
Who
boy.
is us?
It slowly spells out family.
Was this your house?
At first it slides to the yes, and then it starts to creep back across the board towards no, and then comes back to the yes and stops.
What happened to you?
Unsure.
Spells out the phrase, they happened.
Oh.
What's the last thing you remember?
The planchette starts to move and then stops. And everything kind of goes quiet again.
Are you still there?
Slides to the yes.
Oh, okay.
And then it spells out, will you help?
How can we help?
And then it spells out, can I trust you? And as it lands on the question mark at the bottom of the spirit table, the planchette begins to turn.
What?
To the point where you actually have to like pick up one hand at a time to keep your hands in front of you because it's turned too much. And the tip of the planchette is now pointed at Agnes.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, that's very clever.
I'm going to look at Agnes. Can we trust you?
Okay, Caitlin's eyebrows go up as well. Well?
Still don't believe in this nonsense.
That may not make a difference.
At that, darling's gonna be like,
exactly. Just because I don't believe in it. If you can trust, I will do what I can to keep my companions alive.
The planchette begins to slide again. It spells out the words, seek the witch stone.
oh boy.
And then it slides over the image of a candle along the edge of the spirit board.
Like the pointer is pointing at the candle, or like it's over like the.
There's a picture of a candle drawn on one, like along the edge of the spirit board. There are various icons. One of them is a candle. So the last message that you received was seek the witch stone. And then it slides over to a candle.
What does a candle mean?
It's under a candle. You need a candle to find it.
What do we do with it when we find it?
That's a lot of questions.
And there's a long pause, and then it slides to spell out, you will be safe. For now, rest. Farewell.
I don't think I can.
And then the fire bursts back to life. The candles almost seem to like a gas light has been turned up. The candles all flare back up to full height. And Caitlin looks exhausted.
I'm gonna look at her suspiciously. I'm like, you were totally moving that thing.
In
my mind.
Boy? Oh.
In my mind, I was thinking that.
Speaking of which, I need a
dear.
few people to do me a small favor
Oh.
and roll. What's the skill check I'm supposed to have you roll on? Maybe it's here. Ha! There it is. History checks. Anyone with any urban experience.
Whee! There we go. What's a 23 get me?
Experience such as.
What do you mean by urban experience?
Like you've been around major houses.
Oh.
Although I'm pretty sure. Bum, 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 bum.
Thought I switched my dice.
I switched my dice, but it still gave me the pink fuzzy.
Copy. Paste. Okay. Other fun things about Zoom chat is it's a nice way to pass notes, which I appreciate as that. Yeah, as you're considering that, Caitlin will kind of pull her hair back. Just, whew. I don't know that my grandma ever said it was that exhausting to control that.
What do you mean by control?
To channel all of you.
Oh.
It's a tradition in the family.
So you have some experience with this.
I mostly speaking to the Fae folk, I do. Leaving messages here and there. Only my grandma ever attempted to use a spirit board to my knowledge. Did you learn something?
You're full of surprises. I'm going to look at Agnes. Did we learn anything?
I'm glad I took that course in architecture, but a witch's stone is an architectural superstition. Very old. It was used to provide a place for witches to rest. Usually a witch's stone is located on a witch's walk or next to a chimney.
There's a lot of fireplaces around here.
All right, quick backstretch.
A lot of, yep.
All right. The DM will also clarify that it would be outside the house.
Yeah.
Oh, so
it's outside.
Like ups, like on the roof.
The witch's walk is what they used to. If you look at a Victorian house, they have that little railing that runs along the edges of the roof, and it's usually like flat in one part. That's referred to as either the widow's walk or the witch's walk.
I've only ever.
Does that mean that that's easily accessible?
You have to go up.
It's like Dragon Con. Sometimes you have to go up to go down.
No, those things are usually on the roof or something outside somewhere. So
It's raining. I feel like the wind would have blown whatever it is off, but
No. Yeah.
I guess we can go check, but roof storm.
Did also tell us to rest tonight, that we'd be safe and to rest.
No,
Maybe this is something that we'll keep until the morning when the rain might be less.
Certainly worth hoping such a thing.
So are we, is this our way of saying we're not going to continue on in the morning to, our original plan?
I mean, we don't really have a plan at this point unless
say
we're
our-
walking to Egypt.
Yeah, our original plan involved the plane that just burned down, tipped over.
Well, yeah,
really
but I
have
mean,
a
like,
plan
we
at
could
this
head
point.
to the nearest town or something.
Do you know where we are or where the nearest town would be?
No, but we're not going to find it just sitting here in this house.
Well, if the storm lets up in the morning, we can leave. How about that?
We were also asked for help.
Would be kind of rude to leave without providing it.
I only said I
mean-
would keep you all alive. I never promised to
We
help.
can see what we can do. I mean, we're here. Why not?
Who hasn't wanted to cleanse a house of evil spirits by discovering a witch's stone?
I was gonna say, don't we have enough to worry about when we get to Egypt? That we have to worry about this place now?
I feel like Egypt is
Egypt
off
is the last thing on
the
my
map.
mind right now.
Egypt is the first thing on my mind right now, honestly.
Exactly. They found that one thing that they still like connect on.
Agnes haven't moved on. Agnes hasn't
I
moved
still
on
need
yet.
to find out. Doesn't matter.
But Egypt.
Denial is a river in Egypt.
Very funny.
Touche.
In the background. Wah, wah, wah.
Mhm.
I say.
I can see why you're such a popular comedy act.
Ooh.
That's fine.
Gonna let that one slide, but it hurt.
Vicious mockery, man.
No rose.
Without having it.
Mockery.
Don't tempt me.
I'll shake my book at you.
I propose we rest for the night and see what things look like in the morning.
Cry.
It's hard to make plans without knowing what the weather will look like.
We did just survive a plane crash.
We're probably all in some sort of state of shock.
It is.
Yes.
And now that you've mentioned it, yeah, it also feels kind of like, you probably could sleep if you had to.
It's like when somebody mentions nap, and you just have to say the word nap, and you're suddenly like, I can't move.
Yeah.
Also, doesn't help that my head still kind of hurts from whatever that sound thing was.
Caitlin will drag one of the chairs up against the door to the west hallway and sort of lean the chair back against it and kind of settle into it and cross her arms and settle down.
Do we want to take
Oh,
watches?
is she blocking the door? Is that her intention? Okay.
Yep. She's got the back of the chair up against the door and she's settled into it and she's got that door covered.
Okay. I will move myself into another door with a chair. Oh, a different one.
Yeah, that's the west.
There we go. Sorry.
There you go.
My thing took a minute to update.
Here, we'll drag Darlene to that door.
Yes.
And now everybody's got a door covered.
Do we want to take watches?
Emily asks between yawns, and almost before she can finish, like waiting for a response, the room goes quiet.
Oh, there we go. Sure, why not?
All five of you drift into a restless sleep,
Emphasis on restless.
which is like moment to end on.
Okay.
What are we gonna do in the morning?
Leave.
Yep.
But the party
If the
apparently.
door will open. We haven't actually checked it. We just know it's closed.
Yep, no one did the panic to try to leave and discover you can't check yet.
Yeah. Well, we're just like.
What is the
door's
weather? And
closed.
what does it sound like? It's raining in the morning.
We'll find out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But you did gain a level.
Woohoo!
Oh, yay!
Welcome to level 2.
Woohoo!
Uh-huh.
You now have more chances to die.
Yes.
Hooray.
Were we supposed to do that, or was that like I forgot how squishy they are. Better level up.
Nope, that's after the first seance. You advance to level 2.
Okay. Yay.
And to think we were gonna just be like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could be like, nope. Luis is all about seances. They're fun.
Ooh, I get
bullshit.
danger sense, which is just constantly going off in here.
Mm-hmm.
To put things in perspective, Luis is wisdom 8.
Oh.
Which is why he does things like stick his fingers in spooky eye sockets.
Oh God,
that checks out.
I was basically just cracking up all night as I managed to not be in any of the rooms where the wisdom checks were required.
I have a 14, so I'm kind of glad it was me and not you.
I have a 12.
I have a 10.
Well,
Yeah,
we're pretty balanced then.
all my pluses are in like the flexing categories.
Which is
Yeah,
a good
I'm a
place
minus
to put
the
them.
strength.
As a barbarian, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great place to put them.
Yeah, you can punch a ghost. You can 100% punch a ghost.
Look, okay. If I believe hard
I mean,
enough.
that's kind of our own. That's kind of my.
It's like the whole fairy thing, you know?
You
Like,
can
I
punch
believe I can punch the ghost. I believe I can punch the ghost.
She believed she could, so she did.
That was your plan, Ray? Get her? Very scientific.
It's like the whole fairy thing. I do believe in fairies. I do believe in fairies.
I do believe in fairies.
So as we
believe I can
wind
punch the
down,
ghost.
we're going to go around the table with our highlights of the night. So we're going to do our usual, like, who we are, who we were playing. And then I always ask for stars and wishes. We do the stars here. We'll raid out to somebody else. And once everybody is out of the room, we'll talk off stream about the wishes you had, things that could have gone better, things that could have gone differently, and all that jazz. But I like to hear the wishes. I like the chat to participate in them. And if you're here in chat, it would be great if you would share your star of the night for the moments that you thought really stood out. And to that end, we'll kind of loop back around the table, opposite order that we started with. So we're going to kick off our round of post-production introductions with Arwen.
I'm Arwen Atreides, and I was playing Amelie St. Clair. I'm really enjoying the role play between Agnes and Darling. Probably my star of the night was Rob going, "That's a decent amount of damage." Oh. Yeah, okay, never mind. You're out for a few minutes, and then you'll just come to. Had his own little moment there.
Oh, shoot.
The DM has an moment.
DM has an moment. That's fair. The spirit board, I had a lot of fun. Aki, I had a lot of fun running the spirit board. That was grade A good times. So thank you for calling that out. Kaitapan?
My name is Kaitapan. I was playing Darling Odessa. And my favorite part was just also the role play between me and Agnes, but also I didn't intend on doing it, but I ended up doing it anyway. I'm like slowly leaking actual like Filipino like culture into her. So like the mumu, I didn't it like that just kind of popped in my head and now it's stuck there. And I don't ever like, because I'm not religious, but I like Filipinos are usually pretty religious. Sus Mariosep is a short for Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. So that's her like politely cussing and just being like, "Oh God, like please help." And that it's just like I'm wondering how much more I can feed into her of like, you know, actual Filipino culture that I've never gotten to do before. So.
All right. June?
All right. Hi, I'm June. I was playing Agnes Devereaux, the rogue explorer.
Stubborn ass.
Again, I still love the role play between Darling and I. My star of the night was Darling freaking out and throwing a knife at a doll under a sheet.
Forgot about that already.
I did not forget that. All right. Like,
That was
you
pretty
need to
smooth.
calm down.
That's pretty smooth.
Look, I'd rather risk the knife than risk somebody else walking up to something cursed and just siphoning a curse off of it. So
I think
I saved your butt.
Oh, and a perfectly good doll.
I think the look on all of your faces when I described the childlike face, like just
Oh,
that
clip that! I'm pretty sure my face looked like.
that just absolute sheer terror at the table. Oh,
The only thing scarier than a horror movie doll is a horror movie child. So once we downgraded from like an actual child to a doll, it was like, okay.
yes.
There's nothing scarier
Okay.
than a child.
The childlike form pulls the dagger from its chest.
Oh no! No.
Okay, Andy,
Told
you're
you,
up.
nothing scarier than a child.
All right, I am OuterDork or Andy. I enjoyed a lot of tonight. Obviously, not my own particular internet issues, but Luis is in kind of a weird place in this game because it's the 1920s. He is unescorted with a number of strong-willed women, one of whom does not believe in magic, and he is a warlock. So he's trying to sort of let them take the lead for now and see where things play out. So he is not getting himself into dangerous situations, which worked out very well because everybody else came out bleeding from the ears, and he was fine. We're all good. Let's have a seance. It'll be great.
I also like to point out any dangerous situation I was put into was because Agnes decided to do something. So.
Excuse you, Darling opened the door.
I mean, you are a bodyguard.
And you followed
your
Darling.
job.
That
That
was
bodyguard
your
kind
fault.
of signs up for some level of nonsense.
But yeah, the fact Luis, with his incredibly low wisdom and obvious susceptibility to these things, was just always in the right place at the right time amused me immensely.
You're the safe one.
So far, we'll see how long that lasts.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. And then I'm Rob, aka Lantern Noir, and I had the opportunity to guide everybody tonight. It was a ton of fun. I think the number of times there was just that look of like we somehow the horror part came through, which is I think some of the most fun with trying to run these games is to find the right way to keep the story kind of, that there's a scary bit to it. And the fact that we got all the way through the first seance, which is setting you up to explore some more of the house. You have two more floors to go, plus the cellar.
Oh God!
If you so desire.
Yay! I love basements.
I don't like basements.
I'm in a basement right now.
But and I do think that there will be enough nudging that the desire to help Theodore will kind of carry over. And I think the other part I liked is that it was a near unanimous vote of everyone thinking about Theodora, which I thought was pretty cool in that moment. That everyone kind of went, "Yeah, I want to know more about her," which is neat.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There was one vote for the mysterious lady, and the rest were all for the woman in the conservatory. So that was.
She didn't scream in my ear. Nor did she make me.
I feel like
I was gonna say like I would have picked her because she seemed like the safe one.
Yeah, and she didn't
Like a
try and make me
banshee?
make an ultimatum.
Which is neat because this also decides which of the three roads you're going to go down because there's actually 3 adventures in this.
Oh dear.
Which is really
I
cool.
wanted to know who we were being asked to side with or against.
Is this?
That
I have a
was my
question.
thinking.
Is this linear? Like we choose one adventure, but we can't cycle around to the other ones?
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. You've got me running. Anything's possible.
DM answer. We'll see.
We'll see. No.
Play and find out.
which is different than a dad answer, because when dads say we'll see, the answer is no.
Yeah.
It's not just a no. It's like heck no.
Mm-hmm.
But
No
you don't want to
chance.
say it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be that dad.
All right, and as we wind down, I'm going to send all of you who are here live. Thank you for coming by. We appreciate it. If you haven't yet, I strongly advise you go ahead and take advantage of this coupon while it's still available. If you ever want to participate in our games, I love having my Twitch audience participate by way of either channel points, by engaging in the chat, or dropping a Stream Loots card. And that code is still good through the remainder of the evening. And it'll get you a free pack. So you can do all kinds of things like affect rolls. You can actually get yourself inserted as an NPC. Lots of opportunities. And I want to send you on. I have multiple friends are also playing Dungeons and Dragons this evening. They started on West Coast time, I believe. So they're a little bit into it. But Indoor Adventure is an amazing Dungeon Master. Danae Keener of DanaeKeener.com is a phenomenal artist. You can find her artwork at DanaeKeener.com, where you can find the work of Danae Keener of DanaeKeener.com. And then the Hype Goblin is playing Lowry, a character she is frequently shown off on TikTok. RJ's over there. It's going to be a great time. Have a good time when you get there, and let them know we sent you. Thanks for coming by tonight. We are back here, unless something weird happens, next Sunday night as we get into session 2 of Ravenloft 1921. We will see you all then. Until then, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe.